can see my phone is plugged in. I have a little pop-up here. I choose a Pixel 3, since in Unity I had a Pixel 3. So to stay on the same phone, I took a Pixel 3. But when you develop mobile games, the ideal is to test on many different phones, different brands, different versions of Android, different screen resolutions. When or if it becomes your job, you'll need several phones to make sure it works. Here I took the phone I used in the simulator. I told you that to conclude we were going to test on a cell phone directly. I pressed Ctrl-Shift-B to open the build settings. We had already configured everything. We are in Android mode, we added the scene, everything's ready. I plugged in my phone, I'll just unlock it, check that there's no pop-up on my phone, everything's good. I click on Build and Run, which will allow me to compile, the game. I'll go to Builds, I'll call it proto.apk. And I click on Save. Now we'll see if everything goes well. If you encounter an error, you should refer to the Unity documentation. You search for Unity documentation, configure Android. If there's an error, it means that you might not have properly configured your development environment. Build takes a little bit of time, but this one should be pretty fast because the project is light. Okay, now the game is compiled, it's running on my phone. In a moment I'll show you the video directly from my phone. Before, for your information, you should know that when you launch the project you have Android Logcat that appears. The Logcat is all the logs that happen on your phone. This is where you will be able to detect if there are any error messages, problems, where you will have all the information that passes through your phone, which will allow you to follow and see if it's going well also on Android and not only on PC. So that's the Logcat. It appears because we created a Unity Android project. We selected an Android type project. By default, on a classic Unity project, you won't have the Logcat, but you can use Logcat yourself using the Windows command prompt. For example, adb logcat-s Unity. Yeah, that's a fail, sorry, I didn't configure my console. I didn't add adb as an internal command. Should have added it to the variable path of my system, but the command I show you here, adb logcat-s Unity, is the one to use to display the logs directly in the Windows command prompt. Or you do just like me, you use them directly in Unity. Okay, now I'm going to show you what it looks like on my phone, and then we'll meet back here in 30 seconds. Okay, you've seen how it works on my phone. Not much new, it looks exactly the same. But testing on my phone allowed me to detect an error in my Logcats outside the video. I detected a small error and I fixed it without you. If you remember, we did a try-catch here. While further on, I also added a try-catch here when the cube collides with the out cube. When you instantiate particles, you instantiate particles at the particle instantiation position, which is in the player, except that the player, once it's destroyed here, well, it doesn't exist anymore, and so it was crashing. I just put a try-catch around it so that it doesn't crash anymore, and now the game runs without any problem. You see, the Logcat allowed me to detect this. Now I'm going to clean up the code because I won't need it anymore. And I reckon we'll stop here for this video. We have seen how to create our first hyper-casual game template. It's finished, now we can reuse it, and you have seen the steps until the compilation of the game on your phone, and now you can directly install the game on your phone, test it on your phone, check if everything's good, and you'll be ready to go. We'll start creating a complete project in the next video.